I'm going to show you how to create a seamless animation with the Dized tutorial editor. Now, there are a couple of ways of how you can do it, and I'm going to show you two. First of all, let's start with this. Now, the idea is to make a two-block animation where the movement continues from one block to another without any jumps or misplacements of objects. So let's open this one up and see what it looks like. We have a dice coming to the table. Now what I want to do is continue from this last frame and zoom in towards the dice. Let's see the first way how you can do that. So you can copy or duplicate a block. It gives three options here on top, which means if you put clear, it will copy without animations using the very first frame of the animation segments. Keep makes a carbon copy with the animations, and sync uses the very last frame of the animation segments, and this is what we want to use. The bottom option here just determines do you want to keep the default next block as it is, and we don't need to touch it. So let's have the sync, and we should have, I'll just do this, and we should have the block here which doesn't have any animation attached and using the very last frame. So let's do a little bit of animation so we can see how it looks like. So now it zooms towards the dice. Let's save this and close and see what it looks like. So the dice comes to the table and then a seamless zoom in to the asset. Now let's take a look at another way of how to do things. If you already have a step created, for example, you have all the empty steps, you might not want to start copying and replacing steps on the flow. So especially if you have very few assets to work with, this is a very good way how to handle things. So let's take a look what's inside here. We have two dice that have animation segments. Now, if I select first the source and then where I want to copy the assets with a shift button, and then I put sync blocks. Sync XOs means it will sync or copy all the smart objects and animations to the other step. So now when I open it up, it will have everything that was inside the other step. So let's select the first asset, and we will use the very last frame. So I'll just drag the animation needle after the very last animated frame, and I will remove animations. And I'll do the same for the other one, and I'll click remove animations. And now let's do a zoom in here as well, just to see how it works. So we will record a zoom there, and then save and close. Now let's see how it looks like. The dice roll and then zoom in without any interruptions, and it continues from the very last frame. So these are two ways on how to create a seamless animation from one step to another.